What's going on, guys? Welcome back. BMcG here. You guys can call me Brendan. Yeah, today we have my 6th ranked 3 6-star, which is Mr. Fantastic, obviously. You know, it's what the thumbnail says, the title says, he's on the screen. He's a beast. He's super underrated. He's super consistent. I feel he's more consistent for reverse healing than Captain America and Void, but both Void and Cap are very great in their own, own regard. I think they're both better than Mr. Fantastic personally, but Mr. Fantastic's pretty ridiculous. His damage has got a crazy good buff when he got his value buff. He's more practical to play, even though some people loved him before. I just never was a fan. It was way too stressful. But yeah, Mr. Fantastic's great. His pre-fights have come in handy for our Alliance War fights. I run Tier 2, Tier 3 Alliance Wars. We're normally around Tier 2, but I've been bringing Mr. Fantastic, ramping up on one fight, and then having 8 to 9 pre-fights I could use for my Alliance mates. So he's pretty useful for me. And then for story content, I haven't really got to take him into a lot of it yet, although I suspect I'll be using him a lot for 7.2. And he's also going to be a prestige option for me when he gets awakened. As you can see down here, I have him at 6-star rank 3, obviously. And let's say I get the initial dupe, and then I've got 63 Science 6 stones just chilling. So if I get him to 83, that's going to put him at 12.2, and that's going to bump me up quite a bit. And he's going to be my Science Prestige option, just someone I could dump 6 stones into. And he gets a solid benefit from his awakening. So that will take Hulkbuster out of my Prestige when this happens. But for now, I will have Hulkbuster chilling at the bottom of my top 5 for Prestige. So yeah, Mr. Fantastic is such a beast. Daddy Longlegs 93, I think, are the numbers at the end of his name. He's on calls with Vega a lot for his streams, and he's a huge advocate for Mr. Fantastic. He runs his 6-star rank 3 in Tier 1 Wars, I think it is, and has amazing results. And he's honestly why I took Mr. Fantastic to rank 3. I saw a lot of potential with what he was showing on his videos, and I encourage you guys to watch all his videos on Mr. Fantastic. And he's got some other ones on, like Killmonger. He makes really good guides that are really long. Vega calls them Bibles, and I agree. They're pretty much a Bible of the character. If you want to know anything about the character, he's got a video on it, and it'll be a 50-minute long video, but he puts timestamps in, so you don't have to watch the whole thing, because I know a 50-minute long video is, I have my own tier list that's 45 minutes long, and the retention rate's not too high, which I get. It's a long video, but yeah, he makes it easy to where you can just click a spot and find what you want to see. So I'll link both Vega and DLL in my description and the pinned comment. Check them out, sub to them if you're not already. But yeah, let's start looking into some places to showcase Mr. Fantastic, and I suspect I'm probably going to start with the Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, aka the big punching bag of the contest. Alright, so like the Gambit video I just posted, if you guys haven't watched it and you're interested, check it out. I like starting the showcase without any synergies. I like to showcase them at their just base potential, where they'd fit in if you had a team of 4 other champs and you just needed him to fit in, or needed them to fit in. I really like showing off what they're like with and without synergies, because some characters really need them and some characters don't at all. I think Mr. Fantastic doesn't need them at all. He just gets an insane benefit from his synergy team. It's just not all too practical. His full synergy team is the full Fantastic Four team, along with, I think She-Hulk is pretty good, because you get the power sting damage from the debuffs. But, yeah, after his buff, you don't have to just spam heavy attacks. You can get like 2 5-hit combos in, so like 10 hits, and then throw your heavy attack to refresh them, and then they pause when you refresh them with your heavy attack. But what I like to do is get 2 special 3s up, or 2 special 2s up, which will max out my my debuffs that I have on them, or on Winter Soldier, and then yeah, throw a special 3, get the massive passive Fury. That was a tongue twister. And then the fight's pretty much over after that. But yeah, now we got our 3 debuffs up, or 9 total debuffs. And yeah, he's pretty much good to go. For like Alliance War fights, this is like the perfect setup because the Petrify is a total of 120% reduced healing, I think. I'm not sure what the combat power rate reduction is, but as you can tell, Winter Soldier's barely gaining any power. So yeah, now what I want him to do is throw a special. I said you don't have to spam heavy attacks, but I still like to. So I'm going to double medium, parry, refresh, which was kind of dumb because you'd refresh on the special 3. But now I'm going to get a pretty massive Fury passive. It's such a tongue twister for some reason. I love this animation, but now I could run in because he's stunned, I think. Yeah. And start wailing on this guy. 15k medium attack, 34k heavy attack, 33k. Yeah, he's just a beast, guys. He's really good for long fights, which... Alright, Mr. Fantastic, you could stretch, you know, pretty long, but you can't reach the opponent in the corner. Let's try to get that weakness from Resonate active. Yeah, there we go. That's every debuff you have on the opponent before the special 3, you get an increase in attack rating on the Fury passive. So you really want to run Resonate with him if you're not running the full Fantastic Four team. But yeah, that was a pretty big special 3 there. Yeah, you guys can already tell that was a pretty decent increase. He went from 15k to 17k. So 109 hits. Really not all too impressive, I guess, but I mean it was pretty fast. Let me put in the full Fantastic Four team. He's really designed for really long fights, but a lot of problem fights in like Alliance War, you don't really have to worry about anything all too much, because the fight's pretty much done by the time you start throwing your special 2s. So I'm just going to show off the full Fantastic Four team without She-Hulk, and you guys are going to see like he's pretty ridiculous. He becomes like a Void Light kind of character, I guess, because each debuff you have active on the opponent, you'll do some degen damage and it scales with your attack, but it's nowhere near what Void can get. And Void can get like 10k per second, and I think the max you can get with Mr. Fantastic is like 4k per second or 5k per second, which is still good. It's just not like anything to, or it's not like Void levels. But yeah, as you can tell, it's ticking for about 407 right now per tick, so it's about 800 per tick. So now we're gonna refresh and then throw the special 2. And now we're at, I can't tell what that is, I think it's 525 per tick, so it's about 1,000 per tick. Pretty cool. I like using heavy attacks because it keeps the hit count low. It really doesn't matter too much because it's going to take the same amount of time. A lot of people like seeing the lowest hit count possible, just because it looks cooler, but I'm more of a time guy. If it's faster and you take more hits, who cares how many hits you did? Like, that's the one thing about Stealth Suit Spider-Man, his basic combos is a 7-hit combo instead of a, what do you call it? A 5-hit combo, like most champs. So that's one thing that I don't really care about, because like he's still fantastic. His damage is pretty solid. But yeah, this is going to be pretty stupid. The special 3, this is going to be the only special 3 I have to throw. So yeah, you guys are going to be pretty surprised at the damage increase. So yeah, that's a lot of passive degen. Or I don't even think it's degen, I think it's just direct damage. Let's get one more heavy attack in there. Yeah. So yeah, huge improvement, but how practical is it to run the full Fantastic Four team right now? Not that practical. So yeah, 20 hit improvement, although I was spamming more heavy attacks here. Let's try to find some cool areas to show Mr. Fantastic in, and hopefully I can get you guys aboard the Mr. Fantastic bandwagon, because he's pretty useful for general questing. Alright, so my 5-star Human Torch is in Alliance War right now, so I can't really run the full Fantastic Four team in Act 7, but I can show you guys Mr. Fantastic along with just She-Hulk. So this is actually a really cool matchup here. I did this for my initial completion, I think it was. I can't remember. I don't know if I have this on stream or anything. But basically there's Oscillate, Footloose, while the defender is suffering from a weakness or disorient debuff, the attacker deals a burst of physical damage. And then if you have class advantage, you gain superiority. So yeah. I have Resonate, so I could easily get weakness debuffs on the opponent. So yeah. Mr. Fantastic's a great counter to anyone with passive power gain because of Petrify debuffs. Once they add up, I believe you can invert the power gain. I'm not sure if it works that way. Pretty sure it does. It'll make no sense why it isn't. But yeah, he's already hitting pretty strong, guys. So I don't know why I'm spamming so many heavy attacks. I like the animation, I guess. So now we can get that special 2 off. And her power gain's pretty much halted at this point. She's still gaining a little bit of power, but it's nothing that's gonna make this fight scary or anything. Let's get another heavy attack in there. One thing I need to learn how to do, MSD does this well, is the Mr. Fantastic evades when you block for each debuff on the opponent. Right there I just did it, the evade and then parry, so it's like a evade reparry. But yeah, as you guys can see, her power gain is getting reversed. She just went down in power, so she's pretty much done with now. I could try to spam heavy attacks, although his animation prevents him from doing so because it would be pretty busted if he could. But yeah, what I want to do now is just cycle special 1s to get the extra debuffs on her. Okay, I don't know why I took some hits there. But yeah, just cycle the special 1s, refresh my debuffs, get extra debuffs, so I finish the fight with 9 persistent charges, and I'll have enough for the rest of the quest. And this also helps if you die. You can easily just revive and have extra pre-fights ready to go. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool showcase of his utility. 74 hits. It's not fast. He's not perfect for like Legends runs or anything, but he's super solid just to keep opponents under control, especially like Sorcerer Supreme, who can gain power over time. I haven't tested him against Dragon Man yet, but I think he could be pretty solid there. This is gonna work, I think. Nope. Okay, that's not gonna work the way I thought it would, which is gonna make this even more interesting. Summon his block. I need you to throw that special. Come on. You're kidding, right? Yeah, f that. I'm not doing this. That was stupid. So I was thinking, instead of showing more gameplay, at least of Mr. Fantastic, I wanted to try to explain why I ranked him up, because I have some solid 6 stars as science champs. Like I got Red Guardian, some people love him. I'm not the biggest fan, but I also have Cap Infinity War, Hulk, She-Hulk, Red Hulk, even A-Bomb with the Red Guardian synergy is pretty sweet. But I've got some solid options, and Mr. Fantastic is honestly better than an Unawakened Cap Infinity War in my opinion. Better than I-Hulk. I think he's better than all these except for She-Hulk. But the amount of support that Mr. Fantastic brings is pretty ridiculous. He synergizes well with a lot of the characters I use. I could bring in Silver Surfer. He doesn't have anything here, but there's the synergy here with Night Thrasher that allows me to pause buffs on basic hits. So this helps Silver Surfer a little bit. Although it could screw up his rotation, the person that really helps is Cosmic Ghost Rider. Cosmic Ghost Rider uses basic hits a lot, so if you use a power gain first and are able to parry and then attack the opponent again, you're going to elongate the power gain's duration, and you're just going to keep gaining power. So that's pretty cool. And Mr. Fantastic also helps out Night Thrasher a little bit, not directly, but he helps people. He helps Night Thrasher out the same way he helps other characters out. So if I bring, Night Thrasher, Darkhawk, Silver Surfer, and some CGR, we're gonna go into Realm of Legends against Winter Soldier. I'll give you guys a taste for the next video you're gonna see with Night Thrasher, because he is my 7th rank 3. So Night Thrasher does extra damage, or extra crit damage for each debuff on the opponent. The synergy with Darkhawk reduces the opponent's armor rating for each debuff on the opponent. So add those two together, his base kit plus the Darkhawk synergy plus the 3 extra debuffs from Mr. Fantastic's kit, and you're laughing at the opponent. Like, the damage is just ridiculous. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but his damage is pretty sweet. So hopefully I could show him off pretty well, or pretty nicely to you guys. So I want to just start off using my special ones first, trying to refresh these debuffs the best I can. So now we're gonna get in with the light attack, get the disorient up, and then yeah, he's right under a bar of power, so now I can just keep spamming my heavy attacks. And now we taunted him, so now we're starting to build up my fury buffs. So now we're gonna do double medium, another heavy attack, and then we're gonna chain our special 1 from our heavy attack to get the shock up. And you guys can already probably see the damage is pretty amazing. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. He synergizes so well with a lot of the characters I use that it made sense to rank him up. Right there, we did not get lucky on the first 2 crits, but the second one was massive. Casually dropping 22k heavy medium attacks. So yeah. You guys have that to look forward to for your next video that I'm going to upload. But that's pretty much why I rank Mr. Fantastic. He's a great character on his own, has a lot of support through his synergies with the power stings. He synergizes well with who I use, turns Night Thrasher into an even stronger beast. Like, if there's a boss that I can have all 3 of those pre-fights up, I could throw them on, use Night Thrasher with a full synergy team, and just absolutely demolish the boss. So I hope you guys are ready for the next video, because I'm really excited for it. Night Thrasher at rank 3, Sig 160. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, hit the like button, sub if you're new. If you already subbed, you know I appreciate you, and take care. I'll see you guys for the next video or stream, depends on when this video comes out. Peace out, guys.